So these trees here, planted next to Tung Chung Hospital, are Magnolia grandiflora. Magnolia grandiflora. Now you might think that they're not absolutely fantastically spectacular, and I would agree with you. It's a tree that is commonly specified, but it doesn't really grow to its best in Hong Kong. It actually grows better further north, in Shanghai and places like that. Magnolia grandiflora, the reason it's always specified is because it's got these fantastic big white flowers like this, and it'll get them later in the spring or in the summer. Great big beautiful magnolia flowers, they're magnificent. But it's very fussy tree. You know, if the roots are damaged, it doesn't grow well. And these are actually not too bad. Right? You often see the one mistake, what I consider to be a mistake, is to put these in as street trees, because the root system simply can't tolerate all of the obstructions that are under the ground. Right? So it sounds great. It's got a lot going for it. Beautiful foliage, evergreen, fantastic flowers, upright form. Everything sounds perfect until you put it in the ground. And so let's go and have a closer look at the leaf, so you know how to identify it even when it's not flowering. So it's not flowering at the moment, but still it's quite easy to recognise, because the upper parts of the leaves are sort of quite smooth and leathery here, but the underneath of the leaf is this kind of brownish, russet colour, right? And it's very soft, it's very sort of soft, furry feeling on the underneath of the leaf, and so that's very distinctive. There's nothing else like that on the list anyway. There are plants with furry leaves, but not brown furry leaves. But as I say, it's not a vigorous tree in Hong Kong, so it's still worth growing for its magnificent flowers, but only, I would say, in a kind of garden situation where it gets watered and the weeds and the shrubs around it are kept down, and it gets a little bit of tender loving care. Then it's worth growing for the fantastic flowers and the beautiful foliage.